Welcome to today's class. Today's class, we are going to be looking at an overview of graphic design, or simply introduction to graphic design. And under the overview of the graphic design, we'll be looking at what is graphic design. We will consider major areas that a graphic designers have opportunity to express their skills. We'll look at the major requirements that every graphic designer will need to acquire or know before they can become an excellent graphic designer. And lastly, we'll also consider some tools and softwares that we can use. We're going to still be doing some of this in detail later in the class, but this is just an intro to all this so that you will have an understanding of what graphic design is all about. Now let's go into the lesson proper. The first that we are treating now is what is graphic design. Graphic design is many things to many persons, and there are many explanations that internet, Google, dictionary will give you about graphic design. So graphic design simply means the art of combining art and technology to communicate ideas through images. What does this mean? It means when you are drawing or sketching something, that is art, literally. You are trying to design something, to draw something, and then you are using technological means, either some of these softwares or app, and the goal of doing that is to communicate an idea in your mind through an image. You are simply a graphic designer. Now, let me give you another meaning of graphic design, which I came up with from my research. Graphic design is a compound word with two terms in it: graphics and design. Graphics simply means visual. And by visual, I mean it is an art, it is an imagination, and an expression. It involves many media, such as drawing, painting, engrafting, and literally giving explicit detail to things. When you hear visual, what should come into your mind is art. What you come into your mind is imagination. It has not existed. You just imagine something and you are bringing what is your mind is expression. You are expressing a thought, an idea, a concept, right? Now, for a project to be considered a good graphic design project, there are certain visual elements that must be combined together in order to have that project. Examples of these visual elements include line, color, shape, texture, space, form, and typography. Now, I have recorded a detailed video on each of these visual elements. Do well to check my channel to watch those videos. I'm going to be attaching the playlist link to those videos under the description below this video. So take your time to watch them one after the other in order to get the full details of what each element means and how to apply them to your graphic designs. Now let's proceed. On the other hand, you have design, and design simply means to decide upon the look and function of something before it is made. This simply means that a good graphic design involves thinking, problem solving, and practicality. In graphic design, there are rules that must be considered, and these rules are called principles of design. We'll discuss it further as we progress in this video. Therefore, when you combine visual element and design principle, you will get graphic design. Now, let's look at two important skills that you must have to be an excellent graphic designer. The first one is the knowledge of graphics elements. An example of that such element is color composition. And in color composition, there are basic things that you must get to understand. Example, You need to know color theory, color wheel, color profile, color space, color quality, color harmony, and color psychology. For instance, if you are doing a job, somebody that is elderly or somebody that is younger, you need to understand how the psychology of this color speaks to them, and from there you can now make the right choice of the kind of color you will choose in designing the project. The second knowledge you must be conversant with for you to be an excellent graphic designer is the principle of design. And by this principle of design, I mean you need to know that you don't just design that way. There are about 10 different principles that I have shared, which I'll be attaching the link to this same video, and you should do well to watch those principles. For instance, you have contracts, hierarchy, symmetry, you have alignment, you have balance, proximity. You have so many, and a detailed explanation of each has been given. So you must get the understanding of those symmetries in order to be proficient in your design journey. So let's look at the types of graphic design jobs. Now, I'd like you to know that graphic design is a very vast field. There are many areas of work opportunity within the field, and some designers comes into the field and major in one area, while others are very vast, such that they can serve a wide range of audience. Let's just look at the areas available in graphic design, so that joining the field of graphic design, you can decide which area you want to major on and develop, right? Two broad areas of graphic design is print design and digital design. So let's now look at these types of graphic design jobs, right? The first is social media design, web design, UI interactive design, advertisement and marketing design, application design, motion graphics and animation, packaging design. We also have game design. Then we have branding design. So there are different design and they serve for different purposes. Print design simply means those who are designing things with the goal of it being printed out, right? Like the books, the bag that you get in supermarket, stickers, flyers, posters, handbills. Many of those things are all print designs. But these days we now work with digital design. These are designs that you see in digital forms. They also do the same function like the printed forms. And many of these digital designs are even more intricate because the color and the combination or the beauty of the design looks more glowing on digital space than when it is being printed, because print tend to reduce the quality of designs. So whether you are into printing design or digital design, just know that there are multiple fields where you can express such skills. This is where I will be stopping the class for today. In the next class, I will go into details about the tools and elements you need for any graphic design. If you have got value for this lesson, please share, subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you for attending today's class. See you in the next class.